At this point, we already had a good idea of how the game was going to turn out. So how the game mainly worked is that you would have 3 action slots as well as 3 sets of dice. Each of the slots correspond to each of the dice. So for example, slot 1 is affected by dice 1. Slot 2 is affected by dice 2. And these action slots can only hold action cards. On top of that, each card has a range. So for example, a card could have a range between 1 and 6 or 1 and 10. So at the end of your turn, the card will pick between its range and then add itself to the dice it's tied to. So for example, if a card has a range between 1 and 6 and it gets a 3 and the dice it's tied to rolls a 6, the total value of the card will be 9, and that is how well it will perform during the game. So the higher the number, the better it does. The lower the number, the worse it does. But that's not all the player has available. You're also given a special slot. These special slots can only hold 2 types of cards. The first type being dice cards. Dice cards are cards that affect, well, the dice, such as letting you re-roll the dice, adding to a random dice value, or even changing one of your dice to a 20-sided dice to help you roll better. The other type of cards are chaos cards. Chaos cards are cards that are, well, chaotic. They can affect everyone in the game. A good example of a chaos card is the deck wrecker. The deck wrecker destroys 1 card from the enemy's and player's hand. This can both help you or really hurt you, depending on which card is destroyed. Now that's the setup process of the game. The real battle happens in the chaos.